Hey! Let's cut the music. Craig? Craig's trying. Alright. Take the headphones off. So... it's New Comic Book Day. Today, right? Today? Is today Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. It's New Comic Book Day. You can see how frazzled I am. I'm getting ready to leave for Rose City Comic Con. You should come out and see us, or see me, and see the rest of my teams. Omeg's going to be there. Robert Wilson IV is going to be there. Chris Spell is going to be there. Bendis is going to be there. Who else is going to be there? Jeremy Hahn's going to be there. It's like tons of people that I work with and me. So you can get all your books signed. All of the books. I think there's still tickets too. I think you can still get in. You should come. Also, Nightwing 48 went on sale today, which is awesome. It just went on sale today, so I'm gonna let it sit for a while before we talk about it. We'll probably, when I get back from the con, we'll probably do a stream where we talk about it because I had a lot of fun with the book, and I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so you know. Spoilers. So if you're a Nightwing fan, you know, you won't have to worry. Got a couple weeks before we talk about it. Other than that, this one's going to be a quick one because I actually am about to get a Nightwing cover and it needs to get done today. So I gotta work it from scratch. So that one's going to take time. Whenever I get done with that one, we're going to be streaming some games, I guess, but I really wanted to finish this Proxima piece. So, let's kick over. No green screen set up behind me, by the way, because I'm like packed up from Comic-Con. You can see like in the other view, like boxes and stuff behind me. I turn into a hoarder when it comes to like trying to figure out Comic-Con stuff. Alright, so this was the thing that was giving us trouble the last time. And I think what was bogging us down was we were trying to do like a lot of different things, and what happened is that like we're getting these like chunks of red, and then I was like trying to make this yellow, and then I was trying to make it shine, you know? Let's get rid of the shine, seeing as we are trying to figure this out all over again. Okay, I think the problem was, and this, if you ever have problems with making something glow or anything like that with your work, the problem is that if you take something and you make it glow in Photoshop and you follow all the steps that you're supposed to, and it doesn't have a darker background, it's never going to glow. Like, that's the problem that we're having here, is that everything around this glowing orb is too light. And I was so tired the last time on the stream that I couldn't really see it. So, like, already this orb looks like it's glowing a little bit more than previous, which is weird to think about because it shouldn't. It's like, wouldn't you think more lighter colors make it glow more? But not really. I don't know if a friend of the stream, Simon Robbins, posted a picture in the Discord that was like, hey, I saw you were like working on something iridescent, incandescent beetle armor with Robert. Is this working? Am I working? Now it's working. There we go. I had a little mix up there. And he posted some stuff and I was like, this is all really good. He posted a piece of art. Actually, we can put the piece of art on stream. Let me see if I can find it. Because I think this is worth talking about. I gotta scroll back and find it. by the way, just join the Discord. We all hang out there. We have fun. We post art, you know, that we like. Here it is. So this was the piece that he posted. Can we make it bigger? There we go. And he was like, you know, the wings are really iridescent. They're really nice. And I agree. This art is beautiful. The problem is that the wings are like totally open. So like all these little like subtle iridescent things all look really great, but I don't think it translates. And this looks like muddy behind it because like this is so light. But like Robert's putting a lot of stuff in shadow and he's putting a lot of shadows down. If he left the armor like not spot blacked at all, we could get in there and like do a lot of different things. Hey, thank you, Stella. Welcome to have you. If you are the Stella I'm thinking about, you're another colorist as well. But yeah, welcome. So yeah, it's like when you're a colorist, you kind of got to like roll with the punches, and like I'm not gonna go in here and retool all of Robert's art, you know. So we're kind of like stuck with what we got. Not that we're stuck with it. Like it's still good. It's just different. So we have all the glows off on this guy? No, we don't. This is another thing that's screwing me up. All right. So I was like, these hands should be. Is this working? This is not working. This is not working. We're figuring it out eventually. There we go. There we go. So yeah, but if you look at like the iridescent stuff that I just showed you had a very like light, like kind of tone. Like it was kind of like had a lot of white in it, had a lot of the paper shining through. I'm going to show you so an iridescent beetle looks a lot different though. I'm going to show you a picture of a bug. Here's an iridescent beetle. So here's another picture of an iridescent beetle. Here's another one. We're looking at bugs. That's what this stream is now. So like they have a lot of black in them, which Robert is echoing in the art, and like I just don't know if like we're necessarily really successful in like getting this to feel iridescent. I mean, I feel like we were successful up here, but not so much down here. I don't know. We gotta figure this out. So let's go back over here. And of course, since we went live, I got my Nightwing cover. I see it over there waiting for me. But hopefully this stream will be a quick one. I can jump in on that Nightwing cover momentarily. So we're gonna avoid kind of like warmer colors and just kind of like put a couple grads down, and then I think that we're gonna be able to put an effect on top to make it glow, and it should be relatively easy. Now can we make that white? Oh, it's getting blocked a little bit by the multiply layer that we had over here, or the normal layer. See, this is what happens when I start to use a bunch of layers. I get like lost in this. This is why I normally do not do a ton of layer work, is because I will get in my own way, basically. That is my problem with layers. So okay, when we did this originally, we did this like action burst thing that I was trying to make work. That action burst was this total like gut feeling of like, this isn't working. How do we make this work? Oh, I'll just throw an action burst on top of it. It's because I was tired and I needed fresh eyes, and like I couldn't get it to work right. We are going to do a new screen to make this guy glow. So it's glowing, but it's not exactly working with the color in the background, so we're going to try to tweak it. I'm trying to not pay attention to the... I mean, that looks a little bit better. Trying to not pay attention to the line art down here. We're going to change the color behind the black here with the hands to make this work correctly. Let's see. We need to make it black. There we go. It's kind of working a little better now. Man, I am rushing through this. Here's what's going on with me. I'm thinking about being burnt out from the con. I'm thinking about that Nightwing cover, and I don't know if I'm giving this the best full attention that it deserves. I feel like for the Realm on cover 5, there was a storm that was not a storm, like a full-on hurricane that was barreling towards Florida, and I needed to get this cover done before the hurricane hit. And so like I was 100% preoccupied with all the stuff the hurricane was doing, and I was trying to focus on this cover, and it just was not getting the full attention that it deserved. And I feel like it's the weakest cover in the suite of all the Realm stuff. These are all special effects, so I'm just going to group them. And I feel bad about it because like the cover's got to get in. You know, the hurricane's rolling in. There's nothing I can do. But like, man, focus is such like an important thing. If you are distracted by like home life stuff or real life stuff or whatever, it's so hard to like kind of like let yourself go and like be in the zone. Also, I was scrambling the last couple days in addition to getting ready for the con and prep for it. I was trying to make sure that all my teams have everything they need before I left. So yeah, it was like kind of nuts. It was nuts in my house. And I think I'm still kind of in this frantic mindset of like, you know, get it done, we gotta go, like, and I'm thinking about the next thing. I'm not thinking about the current thing. So hopefully the Nightwing stuff I'll be able to slow down and take my time with and not feel rushed. I don't think I've super feel rushed about it, but it does got to get done today. That is the cover for Nightwing 54. If when it comes out, you guys can check it out and decide for yourselves if I was rushed. All right. So I like this piece, but I feel like it's like missing some kind of punch to it. So we're going to try some layer adjustments. We are going to try a color balance. I'm going to try to bring up the reds. Maybe the yellow. Make it feel a little more urban. Well, or not urban, like jungly. The exact opposite of urban. Maybe tweak the levels too. I've been doing this thing on so I lean very heavy with color. I talked about it a little bit in the Panel X Panel interview for Cave Carson. That Panel X Panel just came out. They interviewed a lot of the young animal people, and I was saying that like I like thick color. Like this, what I mean by thick color is like this is 180 and 60. This is real dark. That's the stuff that I normally gravitate to. But in order to like hack my brain lately I've been especially on like Umbrella Academy, um, maybe giving that glow through the fingers a bit more pinkish orange if it's interacting with the flesh. Yeah, we could try that. That's like you said that, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. That feels like a lot of work. um, so I've been doing this action lately. That's basically, I'll run the action. So that's the action. What it does is this like palette of levels. It makes a palette of levels that just basically like boosts the dark side of the color to make it less dark. Like we start here, we end up here, and then because when it does that, we boost the it gets a little desaturated, so we boost the saturation up like 20, so it kind of like tweaks it. If you darken that up, maybe make it punch a little more. Sky gradient feels too light. I like the sky gradient. I think there's just a lot going on in this piece. Oh, I don't even know if we can tweak the sky gradient because apparently I was a dingus that worked right over the flats. Do you do that so it doesn't print too dark? Yeah. I like stuff that prints dark, but depending on the project, it may not be what everybody wants. Like I just default go to dark. Like the space that I like to live in is like dark colors. I think, man, I wonder. I'm gonna try something. Paints over the flats by accident? Yeah, totally. I've only just in my career like started preserving the flats. So it's been 15 years of me not preserving the flats and just being like, ah, fuck it, I'll run with it. What if we just desaturate? Like, maybe we're just making the armor way too busy. We're gonna pull this hue and saturation levels out because we're making this for web, so it doesn't matter for print. Maybe darken the foreground foliage. Yeah, we're getting into like an arms race of darkening things though. Like, here's the problem. Like this darkened up foliage in the front is already 80, 70, 50. Like, we can go darker, but now we're just like spotting blacks, you know. One or the other could benefit from push pulling. Yeah, there's like a weird, because there's a lot of actual depth in here. Like the plants in the background to the plants in the foreground have like a huge difference, but it's like mostly a gap between like behind her and then with her. But I mean, maybe we could darken these guys up. I just, man, it feels like this piece has like a lot going on, and I'm getting like caught up in like how to make the armor work, and I don't know if that's necessarily the place we should be. This one's a little bit of a struggle, and like I said before, I think part of it is that because I'm thinking about that Nightwing cover right now, and I'm not actually thinking about this piece. We can try like putting a little bit of K down. Like, this is very dark. This is ridiculous. Like, look where we are here. We're at 75, 60, 46, 44. This is so dark. Could try another gradient on the armor, but limit to the bug picks. I mean, we could, but But like, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if that's really what we want to do. Like, I don't think the problem is the armor. I don't know. It's hard to figure out. Oh my god, everybody's telling me how to color. I don't know if that helps either, to be completely honest. Okay, what we need to do is follow 6 different voices in the chat, each individually telling me what to do. No offense, chat, but sometimes you just gotta let me be free. Is this being weird? Is this reversed? No. Oh, I know what's going on. Nick, just make everything pink. Make it pop. Oh no. The chat's off the rails. This reminds me of, like, I worked on a project once where so I worked on a project once where it was a license project, and the artist was having conversations, non-English conversations, because English was not the licenser's first language. It was licensed in a foreign language. They were having conversations. The artist was having conversations with Dark Horse. Dark Horse was having conversations with the licensor. And then Dark Horse was having conversations with me. The licensor was having conversations with me with the language barrier. And then the artist was having conversations with me. And it was just like no one was on the same page. It was a total disaster. That was one of the only books I've ever been fired on. And like, we did 7 rounds of corrections. And I think the reason that it was a disaster is just because, like, there was like 6 different directions at once. Like, what was happening now in the chat? Everyone's like telling me, okay, you gotta do this. What about the background? You gotta tweak this thing. Gotta go this way. And it's just like, well, I don't know. Maybe we just gotta, like, figure it out on our own at some point. At some point we gotta let go of the stuff. I don't know. It's a weird thing, like, artists and criticisms and, like, maybe try this kind of, like, mentality. I feel like a lot of times when I correct something over and over and over and over again, it gets steadily worse. Like, it's like trying to hold on to sand almost, where you're just like, okay, well, we're going to make this change, and we're going to make this change, and we're going to make this change, and now because of those changes, we got to change these other things, and it's like, after a while, it's just like, oh my god, we can't change the foundation after we've, like, I don't know, built the house, you know? I don't know if that's a good analogy. I don't build houses. I'm just messing around with ideas now. Like, we're trying stuff out. Like, I don't think this is bad by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I think that, like, the image, like, works. It's just, like, kind of wild. There's like there's a lot going on, and it's all kind of like doing stuff. Just leave it like that. Everyone knows I'm the editor and I have the last word. Yeah. Backseat colorists. Yeah. Chat is unruly. I mean, maybe we just desat. Did we just correct it back to where it was? Basically. Look at that pink. All right. Maybe we should pink it up. I mean, now we've just kind of like reddened up the background. I actually kind of like that. Maybe we should like take like an orange. The problem with this is that like, all right, so like we're obviously doing something like, you like that? Yeah. We're doing something like real psychedelic. I don't know if that's like the direction that we set out to do initially. But we're here now. We are here now. All right, what if we try another thing? What if we just keep trying things? This is okay. What we're doing now is like just jamming ideas until like it works. This is square peg round hole. We are like I don't know. We're neck deep in it.
There are only 4 rules you need to remember. Make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
That's where we are right now. It's getting weird. So, okay, I'll tell you what I don't like about what's happening right now. The colors are fine. There is no direction as to like where to look. Like this thing is like an onslaught of color. Like you look at it at a distance and you see Robert Wilson's spot blacks and then a rainbow white noise. Like it doesn't resonate for me in a way that I enjoy. So we are going to try to pull focus by messing with a layer mask. Like that. I think this, even though we are like giving less shape to the hat, I mean, maybe we should pop the hat a little bit more. We can kind of get in there. I didn't think I'd have to put on the glove for this one, but now we're putting on the glove. We're actually doing some painting. for better or ill. And I thought this would be a quick one. I thought we'd be done in like 10 minutes, and now we're at like 30. So you know, here we are. Welcome to the madness. So, okay. So the difference between like this and this might not quite be as colorful, but I think it might be actually where we want to be, because like here it's like we don't know where to look. And this is important for storytelling. Like here it's like we don't know where to look. Like you see this, the orb that she's holding, as like an afterthought almost, because you're like looking at the sky, you're looking around the hat, like blah 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 blah. Like here it's like, oh, orb, face, done. You know? We may want to bring up a little bit of value in that hat. just to kind of make it feel backlit. And like what I was saying about the kind of like pulling direction and storytelling, this is stuff that like that's basic comics. That's like the difference between someone who is making a lot of pinups and is just like, we just got to make one nice pleasing image, and somebody who is making comics, what they're thinking about. Like I'm most interested in telling a story here than I am about making like like storytelling comes first, everything else is secondary. Like obviously you want to try to do both. You want to try to make like a pleasing image and also, you know, tell the story, obviously. But like you also just want to, like, you know, convey that there's like this mysteriousness to this. And like I don't think that this properly conveys mysteriousness. It's just there's just too much going on. So I think that even though this feels a little maybe more subdued, I think it might be where we want to be. We can do like a little bit. I just want to get it behind the hat. Like that. Maybe just a little bit up here. Yeah. All right. I think, okay, so I'm going to save it. So this one's going to struggle to save because it's like 400 layers. Good Lord. What did we do? The shoulder looks weird because of our weird glow that's happening there. We got to figure out where that glow is and fix it. There it is. That is not the right thing. We are now not on the thing. I'm just trying to like smooth it out. Is there any other weird stuff happening with the glows? Not really. Just trying to give it a once order. Yeah, your eye goes directly to the orb in her face now. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's tough because like these are the things that you want to balance. You want to make a good image, but you also, and like part of that is like cranking up the saturation and cranking up, like making it loud, you know, like, but you also have to like figure out what the goals of the image are. And like this doesn't execute on that. Like this is loud and striking, and like when you see it up close on your phone, like when you're scrolling through your feed, you may stop because it's like so loud, but it doesn't really tell you anything. And like this feels different, you know? And if we were like trying to do this for a job, what I would do is do 2 different versions, or maybe even the 3rd version, especially if we are exploring a space that is new. Like if this was like Robert was like, I want to do this thing, I don't know what we're going to do yet, here's an image, like do what you want to do and we'll figure it out. Like when you try to come up with like a look for a book, it's important to be able to like present options. Yeah, exactly. The orb comes alive as the sun sets. Yeah. So it's like, what do you want to do? It's like, and what kind of book is it? Is it like this psychedelic romp, or is it where like everything is loud, or is it something like more quiet and mysterious? You know, it's I don't necessarily know what Robert's goals are for Proxima, so I can't really tell you. I would say that if this was like, you know, like Cave Carson might look more like this, but like, I don't know, the Realm would look far more like this. The Realm would have like a bunch of gritty effects on it as well. But like, yeah, so it is whatever it should be. I don't know. Like, I guess what I'm saying is like we have a lot of options, and I don't know if this piece is done, but I think it's done. So I wanted to get this done because Rose City Comic Con is coming. I'm flying out for it tomorrow. So we won't be streaming for a solid week. Like, I won't be back streaming probably until Friday of next week. That's going to be like the next stream. I'm going to do a Nightwing cover, Nightwing 54, that I was talking about I was distracted by. We're going to do that Nightwing piece off stream, and then I'm going to if I still have time, and it's before, you know, my fiance gets home, because I want to spend time with her before I leave for con, then we'll play some games, I guess. I might play, we'll probably play computer games, because I don't know if I'm really set up for everything. Hey, Nimish. I don't know if I'm really set up for PC or non-PC stuff, but I've been kind of wanting to play some like dumb Fallout stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll play some games. So I might be back momentarily, depending on how long the Nightwing cover takes. Did I say where I got my shirt? This is from Jeremy Hahn. Like, if you come to Rose City Comic Con, if you see Jeremy at a show, he's got Realm shirts. I'm repping hard right now. Nightwing 48, by the way, is out. We're going to talk about it next stream, or yeah, probably next stream, because it's going to be like a week and a half. I want to give everyone time to read it before, you know, if you want to check it out, non-spoilers. So I had a blast. 48 and 49 like dovetail together to be one story. I had a blast with it. The artist on it is incredible. We'll talk about it, and we'll talk about other stuff too. I don't know what else we'll talk about. Probably the con, and how it went. But yeah, we might play some games in a second. Until then, keep making comics, guys. Thanks for hanging out.